Hi guys, and welcome back to the second part of the Flash Superheroes Physically Speaking video. Last time we looked at all the energies involved when the Flash goes really fast using the Speed Force.
But it is called the Speed Force. So how much force does the Flash exert on his body at this point? Isaac Newton told us that F equals ma, so the force acting on an object is equal to the mass of that object times the acceleration of that object. In just one Planck instant, the Flash goes from 0 to that big number on your screen again, to 0 again. Acceleration is equal to the change in velocity divided by time, so he experiences a force of over 2 hecatontocadecillion newtons, propelling him forwards in half a Planck instant, followed by exactly the same amount of force again, slowing him down, acting in the opposite direction, an equal and opposite force in the next half a Planck instant. The fact that there is so little time during which this is acting on his body, that is, technically speaking, 0 time, because nothing can actually happen in less time than this. The Flash couldn't actually feel or experience any of this force acting on him. It would be like, well, there are no real life examples. He is moving so fast that in less time than it takes light to travel the width of an electron, the Flash has moved so far across space, halfway across the universe, that we won't even see him running for over 45 billion years, by which point the Earth will be long gone, and we will be dead as well. He did win, by the way. I thought that was implied, but I thought I might just mention it. Anyway, he definitely won. Assuming someone could access this kind of energy without ripping the cosmos apart, how could he prevent himself from causing nuclear fusion any time he went for a leisurely jog? In the CW TV show, as in the comics, Barry Allen and other speedsters wear friction-proof suits that somehow cancel out the effects of air resistance, but this doesn't really make sense or explain how the intense heat and pressures of someone running at 6,000 miles an hour, the speed of the Flash while fighting Zoom on the CW TV shows, doesn't cause the atoms in the air to undergo nuclear fusion. The best explanation I could think of that could fix both these problems is that when Barry runs, he moves the air in front of him out of the way through the fourth dimension. Imagine the universe is a flat piece of paper and there is a little stick man running across it at high speed. When he moves, he pushes the flat particles of air off the piece of paper and up into a 3D universe momentarily, and then puts them back down exactly where they were before once he's gone past them. The lightning that speedsters leave behind them when they run could potentially be residual dimensional energy as a result of this dimensional movement. Another explanation is that the excess kinetic energy causes virtual particles to form, antimatter and matter made from energy that meet and become energy again in huge explosions of electricity, leaving behind that lightning trail. Nonetheless, whenever the Flash even touched somebody at this speed, he would kill them. Although this dimensional shift would keep people safe from spontaneous death, as soon as the Flash ran past them, if he tried to touch, grab, or move anyone at this kind of speeds, they would be very dead. Even if he was only going at 25 meters a second, which is just 2.5 times faster than Usain Bolt, they would face some serious, almost certainly life-threatening injury. And that's like a slow-motion jog for the Flash. Sadly, unless these kinds of forces were dealt out in exactly the same in opposite directions in a space of time less than 1 picosecond, which is 1/1,000,000th of a second, the person would face some serious injury. Unless circumstances similar to the Flash's race to Earth forces were involved, where two opposite and equal forces act so quickly that they have almost no effect, the Flash would cut someone in half with one arm rather than pull them out of the way. But let's see if he does do it in less than 1/1,000,000th of a second. In this clip here from the title sequence, the opening entry of the show, Barry grabs a man on his bike as he's hit by a taxi. He pulls the man out of the air at full speed and takes him to safety. Let's just quickly watch that clip.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
In the United States of America, where the fictional city Central City is based, the speed limit in urban areas is 30 miles an hour. So if we assume the cab is moving at the speed limit, 30 miles an hour, and we see it move a total of 3 inches in this super slow-mo time clip, we can tell that Barry grabs the man in just 5 milliseconds, which is a 200th of a second. Now this is really, 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 really fast. But a 200th of a second is a lot bigger than a 1/1,000,000th of a second. It's not quite fast enough. So I'm afraid that this guy just got cut in half. Sorry. Now, I wanted to cut the video here and leave it, but I didn't feel it was right to disprove one of my favourite superheroes in my very first video, so I dug about a bit more on the internet and found something quite interesting. The Speed Force, according to DC Comics, not only moves the air out of the way to prevent explosions from happening, but it also protects speedsters like the Flash and the things they are holding from being, torn apart by really high forces and enough energy to cause a black hole of energy called a Kugel Blitz. I'll come to that at some point later. I learned that this is the reason the Flash and other speedsters can move so fast without tearing themselves apart. It's where they have this durability. And it also means that they don't need to eat 421 billion Big Macs afterwards. Seriously, I did the research, and the Flash would need to consume more than 237 trillion calories after going even half the speed of light. So, to recap, the Flash is a DC superhero with the power to run faster than, well, he once outran the concept of death itself. He does this by tapping into the Speed Force, a fictional, extra-dimensional universe of energy and force that keeps him safe when he's running so fast and lets him save people without cutting them in half. It also moves the air out of the way through the 4th dimension, probably, so he doesn't cause the planet to explode like a supernova every time he goes for a jog. And he is, without a shadow of a doubt, the fastest man alive, well, in fiction at least. Anyway, I'm Geekman from the Physics Channel, and this is Superheroes, Physically Speaking. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.